Chapter 5: Composition and Structure of the Atmosphere. Hello children, welcome back again to your social science class. Now this video is a continuation of the chapter Composition and Structure of Atmosphere, chapter number 5 in your geography book. So for this you open your book on page number 132. Now I'll continue with the topic today, structure of the atmosphere. In the previous video I taught you the composition of the atmosphere, which comprises of the various gases. And in this video, you'll be studying about the structure of the atmosphere. Our knowledge about the atmosphere is based on the information received through radars and satellite. So, from where we get the knowledge about the atmosphere? Through the satellites as well as radar. What is radar? It's a system that uses radio waves to find the position of a moving object. Example, like plane. The density and the temperature of the atmosphere is not same everywhere. The atmosphere has a layered structure, means it comprises of many layers, and basically it can divide it into 5 layers. Now what are those 5 layers? First is troposphere, second stratosphere, third mesosphere, fourth thermosphere, and the last is exosphere. Now we'll be studying about each of the layer of the atmosphere that starts from the surface of the earth one by one. So the first layer is troposphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere and it is closest to the earth's surface. Its thickness varies from 8 kilometers over the poles to 18 kilometers over the equators. Temperature decreases with the height, which means with an increase in the altitude of every 165 meter, there is a drop of 1 degree centigrade, and this is known as normal lapse rate. All weather phenomena like clouds, storm, rain, they occur in this zone or in this layer of atmosphere. Water vapor, dust particles, they are found only in this layer. It is the most important layer because all the weather phenomena found in this layer. This layer also protects us from the excessive heating of sun during the daytime, and it also keeps the surface of the earth warm at night. The next layer is stratosphere. This layer lies above the troposphere, and the height of this layer is 50 kilometers above sea level. This layer is free from all the types of weather phenomena which are found in troposphere. Clouds, they are almost absent, and there is very little dust and water vapor. The air in this layer moves horizontally, and the aircrafts, they fly in this layer. The temperature remains constant up to a height of 20 kilometers, and as one goes up, means as the altitude increases, so the temperature also. The lowest part of this layer, that is between 15 km to 35 km, has concentration of ozone, and that is the reason this layer is also called ozonosphere. Ozone gas absorbs ultraviolet radiation of the sun that causes cancer. It is essential to protect the life on earth. The next layer is mesosphere. This layer lies above the stratosphere and it extends from 50 kilometers to about 80 kilometers above the sea level. In this layer, the temperature can drop down to about minus 100 degrees Celsius at the height of about 80 kilometers. This is the coldest layer of atmosphere. Shooting stars also occur in this layer. These shooting stars are the meteors, which come from the outer space, and as they hit this layer, they start burning up. The next layer is thermosphere. It lies above the mesosphere, and this layer extends from about 80 kilometers to about 400 kilometers above the sea level. In this layer, the temperature can rise to more than 1500 degrees Celsius. One doesn't feel warm in this layer as the air holds little heat. The lower part of the thermosphere is called ionosphere, as many atoms are ionized in this layer. Electrical charge is also found in this layer. This layer reflects low frequency radio waves back to Earth, which helps in long distance communication. And now the last layer, that is exosphere. It is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere. The density of air in this layer is very low, and it is in rarefied form. Very light gases like hydrogen, helium, they are found in this layer. The temperature rises up to around 4500 degrees Celsius. This layer merges gradually into the outer space, and with this we complete the structure of the atmosphere. Moving ahead, the next topic is significance of the atmosphere. The lower layer of atmosphere has life-giving oxygen, which is needed for breathing. So, it provides us the gas which we use for breathing. Nitrogen and carbon dioxide is also provided by the atmosphere, which is needed by plants for their growth. It prevents the harmful rays of the sun, that is the ultraviolet rays, from reaching the surface of the earth. It acts like a greenhouse, and it controls the extreme temperature during the daytime as well as at the night time. It softens the glare of the sun during the daytime. The change of weather and climate also takes place because of the presence of the atmosphere. The presence of water vapor in the atmosphere causes condensation as well as precipitation. Condensation means when the water vapor changes into the water droplets, and precipitation means rain. Sound waves also travel through air, and atmosphere also shield us and protect us from the meteors. So with this, we come to an end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood. Thank you, children.